So this is my first year ever doing track and field. And some of the events that I do are the 100 meter, the 200 meter, and long jump. And you know, being a freshman, I didn't expect to do insanely well, especially compared to some of the other high schoolers who have been doing track for 7 years and at the same time look like they're 30 years old. Anyways, as soon as I started doing track, I automatically was interested in long jump, especially considering my dad was really good at long jumping back in his day. His PR was like 22 feet senior year or something. Which if my dad can jump 22 feet, it can't be that hard, right? Wrong. The first track meet I ever did long jump at, I got around 14 feet, which is pretty bad. Okay, it's really bad. But I mean, technically that was my first time ever long jumping, because that week during practice, I wasn't able to jump because I had a hurt ankle. And so when it came to the meet, I didn't give a crap anymore about my ankle and I just jumped anyways. But literally that same day, I had to do the 110 meter hurdles. And I was literally not ready for that. Like, I was somewhat practicing the hurdles at practice because it wouldn't hurt my ankles that much. But my coach made me compete in the hurdles anyways. And I fell on my face. Like I'm not even joking. I jumped way too high and hit the other hurdle. And I came towering down and landed on like my knee. And dude, I literally just like laid there. But jump to more present day, my ankle is feeling better, and I didn't have to do no stupid hurdles anymore, because I quit after that. And I was definitely ready to long jump. I had a few meets where I jumped around like 15 feet, which isn't horrible, but then came the day when I jumped 21 feet. It started off as a regular meet. We got there, set up our tent, you know what I'm saying? Warmed up, waited some more, and waited even more. And then it came time to long jump. I did a few warm-up jumps, got my mark, and made sure my steps were right. And then it was my turn. I stepped back and sprinted full speed. Then I leaped off the board and into the sand, flying through the air, feeling the breeze on my face. All just for it to be a scratch. My freaking foot went past the white board thing, so it didn't count. I was pretty disappointed, but I still had 2 more jumps. I waited for all the other jumpers to jump, even all the freaking 30-year-old senior kids, and then it was my turn again. I leaned back and sprinted full speed, jumping off of the board and landing in the sand. But this time, it wasn't a scratch. I got about 15 feet, but it still wasn't good enough. Then came my last jump. This jump had to be the best. It had to be perfect. I closed my eyes and said to myself, I make Minecraft videos on the internet. Okay, I didn't actually say that, but I might have thought it. I don't know. Then I leaned back and sprinted. Sprinted hard. I jumped off of the board and landed into the sand, right around the 16 feet mark. I know this because I had 2 poles on both sides marking the 16 feet, and I was super satisfied with the jump. Then came the next day, and I was just scrolling through my computer thinking of a video that I should make, and then this email popped up, and it said something like, congratulations, you're #1 in the district. I was like, what? I literally jumped like 16 feet. How is this even possible? I then went to athletic.net and searched my name. And there it was. 21.8.5 feet. #1 in district. A few days went by and I was constantly checking my score just to see if they would change it or not. But they didn't. It's still there. I even texted my coach at one point, but it's still there. Then came practice day. I showed up at practice. I talked to my coach a little bit about it, and literally everyone clapped for me. Like, I'm not even kidding. They all thought I jumped 21 feet as a freshman. So till this day, I think I'm either #1 or #2 in state for long jump. And I'm like 90% sure I did not jump that far.